also known as sheetrock, plasterboard, gypsum board, gypsum panel, is a wallboard that consists of a layer of gypsum plaster sandwiched between two layers of paper. Drywall is what we use to cover up framing and interior walls, and it comes in different sizes, thickness, types. Let's talk about the different types of drywall. Drywall comes in many different sizes, thicknesses, and types like moisture resistant and fire resistant. Here's an introduction video on understanding the different types of drywall.
Let's take a few minutes and talk sheetrock. Let's go over some of the different types of sheetrock that are available and where they're used. And we'll start with 5/8 sheetrock. 5/8 sheetrock is a thick, heavy version of sheetrock, typically used in commercial type settings and also in like a firewall area of a residential construction. The firewall is the wall that separates the living area from the garage, and so a lot of times it's required to use 5/8 fire code in those areas. Most all commercial construction is 5/8 sheetrock as well. So those are the areas that you'll use that. Next is 1/2" sheetrock, and the 1/2" sheetrock is your most commonly used thickness of sheetrock. It's used in all of your residential type settings. 1/2" sheetrock is not fire code, but rigid and can be used on both walls and ceilings. A lot of times people will call for like a ceiling board or that type of a thing. In my personal opinion, in my experience, it's not necessary in most cases in ceiling to hang ceiling with anything other than 1/2" sheetrock. But that's your 1/2" sheetrock is your most common thickness used. Next is green rock, and green rock can come in either 1/2" or 5/8. And green rock is waterproof sheetrock, termed water resistant sheetrock, and also mold resistant. A lot of times now you'll see it in different colors. That comes in purple as well. The thing to remember about the water resistant sheetrocks is you can't get them wet. They will fend off mildew and stuff better than regular sheetrock, but it's important to know that no sheetrock holds up to water for a long period of time. And so it is required, the green rock is required by code to use in wet areas. For example, some of the bathroom walls, behind sinks and that type of a setting. And so that's your green rock. Mold resistant, they call it a number of different things, but it can't be subject to water for long periods of time. It'll break down also. There's a couple of different examples of some thinner sheetrock here. This is 1/4" sheetrock, and 1/4" sheetrock is used for either overlaying in an area where you just have a wall that you want to cover up. Maybe it's paneling or something like that you want to overlay. It's also used when you just have a thickness difference. Maybe you're working with plaster, lath and plaster or something, and you have a certain thickness to fill. And most commonly, 1/4" sheetrock is used for round settings. And so if you have a round wall or arch top or a number of different situations, as you notice, this is very flexible. And so when you get it wet, it's even more flexible. You can actually put water on it and let it soak up a little bit and actually bend that sheetrock to fit your arches and that type of a thing. So that's 1/4" sheetrock. And last that I have here is a 3/8" sheetrock. It's very similar to the 1/4" sheetrock. It's a little thicker. It too bends, not quite as much obviously as the 1/4" sheetrock, but again, if you're overlaying a wall or something like that and you need a little more rigidity, you can use 3/8" rock. The 1/4" rock, when you're overlaying, it'll pretty much follow the course of the wall. And so if you need a little more rigidity to kind of even out little differences in the wall, then 3/8 can be a good alternative for that.